What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone for a weird story to talk about. And it's about, let me put it on the screen, Chiesa willing to join Roma. You know, very open to join Roma. It's sensational news. It's, for me, not accurate news. Or it's a bit manipulating the news, manipulating the fans a little bit, because it's breaking news. It's sensational. It sounds insane, but is it really true? Like, is it really that Chiesa wants out and he wants to join Roma? And there's a big update on Szczesny, that he might leave, but in a very weird way. And also with Perin, that I think nobody saw coming the last day of the season when Pinsoglio was keeping clean sheets. Basically, nobody was expecting what was going to happen with the goalkeeping situation, but that's having a weird twist. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Before we do that, as always, hit the like button now. Just click it now. Let's get to at least 100 likes for this video. Should be easy. Subscribe to the channel, and let's jump straight into the Chiesa news. Okay, so the Chiesa saga at this moment in time got a new twist, and this is a crazy twist, because Corriere dello Sport put out some sensational news. There were some initial talks from Di Marzio that his agent Ramadani will be in Rome, and everybody freaked out because he can be in Rome for other players. He represents other players as well, so we could be in that, in Rome for other players. The link to Chiesa Roma is easy because Roma has been linked to Chiesa. Chiesa has been linked to Roma for a couple of days. Now, Corriere dello Sport is putting out that Chiesa's agent will meet with Roma next week, so he won't just be in Roma. He will meet with Roma. And Federico, so Chiesa, is intrigued by the possibility of wearing that Roma jersey. Now, there are different layers to it. First off, first reaction, and I've said it a couple of times, I think this is the agent using the media, which is the game. You cannot really be mad at it. If the club's offer, Juve's offer, is way below what they expect, the game is being played. That's how the game has been played. Player side, manager side, club side, all of them use the media to their benefit. So you cannot really be pissed about that, in my opinion. The club, Juve, could be pissed potentially, knowing that, hey, we're talking with you, we're trying to figure out a deal, but you're still going to Roma to talk about that. Will probably not benefit Juve. But for me, it's more of the agent putting that out there to put some pressure on the club, because I don't see, even if his manager knows, okay, Juve are not going to offer the wage we want, his manager knows what Juve want, as a transfer fee. I don't see Roma being able to pay that, because I don't see Chiesa also saying, okay, I will play for another season without signing a new deal and then leave on a free. I don't think Chiesa is that type of player. I think he understands that if it's not going to happen, the club needs to cash in. I think he understands that, and the club, the way Giuntoli is moving, and the initial moves and initial leaks and whatever news suggests that he's not going to sit there and let Chiesa walk on a free. So that's one part, that maybe his agent is using Roma to, say, okay, they want Chiesa. The weird part is, and no disrespect to Roma, why Roma? Why go from Juve to Roma? Are there literally no other options? If you want to leave, it's a weird leverage to being used, in my opinion. Maybe it's oh, you can stay in Serie A, so you better sign him, otherwise he's gonna do his thing at Roma. And I don't again, no disrespect, I don't think Giuntoli and Motta, and the club is sitting there being okay, if Chiesa goes to Roma, they're a direct, threat for us. I don't think, we shouldn't be thinking like that. That's, if the mindset is that, we're already screwed for what's coming. We shouldn't be the competitors should be Inter at this moment in time. That's the goal, not Roma, not Atalanta, not Fiorentina, not, name it, Napoli. That should not be the focus on. The focus should be Inter. Only time will tell if the focus was set right. But the Chiesa one is strange, because I don't see him going to Roma. If he leaves Juve and he goes to Roma, I will look at him extremely weird, strange. I would, The links about Motta doesn't like him, I'm also very confused about, because Zirkzee is going to Milan. If you're gonna lose Chiesa, I don't see Motta going into the season with Yildiz, Vlahovic, and Sule. I don't think that's realistic in terms of age, in terms of experience. I don't think Motta's going to do that. I don't think the club wants to do that. So if you sell Chiesa, fine, but who are you going to replace with? Like, something is missing. A piece of the puzzle is not been, found right now, because it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. With the links incoming and outgoing, Chiesa leaving makes really no sense for this club right now. Again, unless that puzzle shows up and we are, in for a player where you're like, okay, yeah, if you lose Chiesa, it makes sense you bring him in and you ever replace him. But as of now, there's only talk about Chiesa potentially leaving, but there's no talk whatsoever about Chiesa potentially being replaced. And it cannot be Sule, because I don't believe it's Sule, And forget about position, just setup-wise, the way Motta could set up, whatever, that cannot be the case. So it's going to be interesting. But for me right now, this is just the media, or like the media being used by the agent to put some pressure on Juve, which I cannot be mad about, because the game is the game. As I always say, when Allegri got mad about the media, I'm like, you use the media for your own benefit. The game is the game. If you want to play it, fine. And I think that's what his agent is doing. I just don't see him going to Roma. I don't, But let's see how that will go. So it's a sensational news, but I think it's a bit going over the top, to sell the papers a little bit. It needs to be nuanced a little bit, because yes, he could end up at Roma, but a lot of things need to happen. Like, Roma need to pay up. He needs to accept that he's going from Juve to Roma and not to the next level. Again, no Champions League. Like, it's very strange if he makes that move. It is on so many levels. But we will see. Only time will tell. Now, the other update is on Szczesny. And that's, for me, it's going under the radar, but it's actually an insane story, because Romano's saying that Juve are prepared to open talks with Perin over a new deal in the next week. Szczesny could leave in case of a good proposal. There's concrete interest from the Saudi Pro League, and Di Gregorio is expected to be the number one goalkeeper. This came out of nowhere. Like, when the season was ending, I think nobody, like me especially, was sitting there and be like, man, this was Szczesny's last game. I wasn't thinking that at Bologna, knowing that he wasn't going to play at Monza, as he always not does, or the first goalkeeper never plays last game if it's meaningless. But I was not sitting there and be like, it's done for Szczesny. And then it escalated really quickly to done deal Di Gregorio. He's going to be the first goalkeeper. And everybody was like, or me again, was like, okay, Perin is gone and we're going to sit him here, or we're going to loan him back for a year or whatever. And the news is no. He's going to be the first choice goalkeeper, and Szczesny needs to leave. And is that like, the club has been ruthless, ruthless since Giuntoli came in, like, by the moves, by the leaks and whatever. It sounds like no nonsense. I want to do this, and this is going to happen. Now you need to convince Szczesny to leave, and some club needs to take him on with his wage. The Saudi League, would be a great option, because money will be no problem. But as of now, yes, he's opening up a little bit, says Pedula, but I don't know. Like, it would solve a lot of issues for the club, but the club created those issues by themselves right now. So this is shocking news, because I like Szczesny. People know I like Szczesny. I'm doing a video on Di Gregorio, and I will compare him with Szczesny. I will compare it with other goalkeepers. I can see why Motta wants him in. But Szczesny, for me, has always been a good goalkeeper. And the ending is a little bit sad, because it's like, get out. Like, just get out of nowhere, because I think he had a good season again, saved us so many times. So I have nothing about, to complain about Szczesny. I understand what the plan is, age, profile, what the club wants to do. I get it. But Szczesny is a very good goalkeeper, and you kind of boot him out of the club out of nowhere. The wages, I get it. And if he doesn't want to cooperate with lowering demands, and sit out for a season, whatever, I can see why the club is like, okay, Szczesny, you need to understand us. Like, we are in this situation. We need to move on. And according to Romano, according to Pedula, Szczesny is now willing to work with the club to find a potential solution. But I don't think it's going to be easy. Like, I will be stunned if it, like a Caio deal, like, out of nowhere, it's a done deal. I think this will take some time, which is a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing, maybe you'll get a transfer fee. A bad thing is you're signing Di Gregorio, but you need to solve this problem. So gonna be interesting, but the club kind of did it to themselves. So only themselves to complain right now. But that's it. That's it for this update. Like the video, subscribe, Let me know what you think about the Szczesny news, but especially about the Chiesa to Roma news. I think it's more of a bait right now from his manager, but who knows? And I will speak to you guys later tonight. Ciao.